just gonna... Hello, Budgie. Just checking, can you guys hear us on...
Hello, hello.
Okay, Botrix is finally joined. Let me post these. Okay, so I've tagged you in both the Blue Sky and the unfortunate X. I should say Twitter. I
Thank
refuse
you.
to call it X. Let's see. Hello, Charlie Cosplay. All right, all good there. Excellent. I know it's going to be a little bit latent while we get everyone in. Gives people a chance to come on in and also gives us a chance to finish setting up behind the scenes.
Pay no attention to the demon behind the curtain.
I wouldn't say demon per se. Tiefling. We prefer the word tiefling.
That was the word I was looking for. Apologies.
Now let it go this one time. Hello everybody as you are coming in. Hello, hello. Ella Marie says hello. Hi, hi.
Hi, hi. Welcome in.
And you're, if you could, Lupin, be so kind as to keep an eye on the chat for me on YouTube.
Yes, I am on YouTube and I am monitoring it like a hawk. Insert hawk emoji here.
What I mean to say is, because I'm going to be having one thing up, I won't be able to see the chat, so if you could, as they talk. Kid Bungie said, would it be easier or better to watch on YouTube or here on Twitch? I believe it will probably be easier for you to watch on YouTube rather than Twitch, only because it won't. The video itself is going to be premiering specifically on YouTube and not on Twitch. Now, if I've linked it correctly, it should do what it needs to on here, but we will see. I may have to switch things up a little bit when I'm done.
Whoa, we got trash.
Let's see.
I really like your starting soon screen. It's very epic.
Oh
It's
yeah.
very you, I feel like.
I I did actually at some point have this. I bought. I honestly I just bought it on Etsy, but I was gonna have music, but it's so hard to get copyright free music on here sometimes that it's just like,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. And then in the
In,
levels,
insert your own music, fans. Insert your own music, chat. I think I would bust out the princess music, but I feel like that matches more my aesthetic than yours.
yeah, I mean, yeah, kinda.
We need that the epic music. There's a channel on YouTube that does like epic covers of Disney songs. That's what we need.
There's a lot of like cool, epic, like stuff like that. Honestly,
Yeah. Oh, good. King Budgie said he's going to do that. Thank you for taking my advice. Let me know what you pick. I'm curious.
okay, I'm gonna.
I'd have music playing right now, but I'm too afraid it's going to mess up the Discord and you guys will just hear music instead of me. Oh, sorry, she. I'm sorry. Please correct me.
I like
Ooh,
how
Lord
this
of the
sounds
Rings.
like. I like how this sounds to me like a one-sided conversation because I have no idea what's being said. While
I'm
I'm
sorry.
saying all
King Budgie says, I've got the Lord of the Rings soundtrack in my head right now, LOL. And then corrected me on pronouns and said, she actually, LOL, but I get the confusion, LOL. And she just said, it's okay, you're all good, LOL. Thank you. Thank you. I try. I don't really stream ever. So
it's okay. The streaming etiquette stuff is brand new. No worries. Absolutely okay.
I have Mochi here and she's gonna revoke my computer access if I make another mistake. So I'm doing my best.
I'm doing my part. Okay, so I'm gonna switch it over really quick before I do. You ever have way too many tabs open on something and just confusion?
This is why you need to go through your tabs.
Yes. Yes, I do. Okay, so let me just make sure when the time comes that I can go. Nope, that's not what you guys want to see. Nope.
King Budgie says, I'm still new to streaming myself, so you won't be getting any judgment from me, LOL. Thank you. I appreciate that. I do stream sometimes, but nobody ever comes because I don't advertise it because I'm also terrified of streaming. But if you have caught my streams randomly, usually it's me just singing while writing or doing diamond painting. But this is rare for me to like actually guest on anything and have people actually talk back to me, besides Mochi.
That's right. I'm gonna be talking back. I'm gonna be talking all kinds of smack. You know it.
Oh, rude.
I'm
You
one
can't talk
rude
smack.
dude.
Okay, well, I guess I'm just gonna have to cancel all of the future scripts we have coming up.
Don't do that. We got people who need your stories.
Hmm. Yeah, but they don't need you to do it if you're gonna be mean to me, you big meanie.
Listen, we can come to an agreement. I think it just. Let's not be hasty now.
I'll think of a way to make for you to make it up to me. King Budgie says, I had no idea you stream. I'll have to find it. Yes, I do. It's very rare if you catch me though, as the few people that stumble in are often surprised because like I said, I hate the sound of my own voice, so I rarely stream.
Which is so funny because it's a very lovely voice.
I know
We
I've had people tell me I should go into voice acting and stuff, but the thing is for me, I just can't hear it back. Like it's just like when it would come to editing and everything, and I just don't think I have that good of a voice.
well, see the problem there, right, is that vocal work is subjective. Um And if you think that you don't have the voice for it, that's not accurate. You do have the voice. Now, do you have the acting chops? That's what really can make or break a voice actor. Because, like,
Whoa,
you
whoa, whoa.
eventually.
I grew up in the theater, sir. I have the acting chops. I just can't listen to my own voice back and know that it's living on YouTube somewhere.
But see, that's the thing, is like, you only have to do it a couple dozen times, listening to the audio. And then from there, once you've listened to the audio 5 billion times, you get numb to it.
Yeah.
Because, like, that's all just the editing. And now there are tricks and tips to make it easier for editing, but, like, believe me, like, if you can act on stage, you can act, like, if you can act on stage, on film, cool. Vocal work is somewhat difficult because when you're doing vocal work, especially the way we do it on YouTube, there is no, like, there's, you have to glean everything from just the voice. But in
Oh,
terms of
yeah.
like, in terms of like getting over that, like, I don't like the sound of my voice, um the more you do it, the more you get over that, because it's just like, this is just another Tuesday at the office.
I would act in somebody else's series if they did all the work, but since I myself just can't, it's just between the scripts and a full-time day job and everything, adding vocal work on top of that, as much as I love to like play the characters and everything, it would be too much. I'll leave it to the
100%.
professionals.
No, well, I get that. Trust me. How I find time to do pretty much anything extra. I was supposed to write part of my book today, but me and my wife decided to go on a date day since she had the day off, and
Oh, that's cute. That's
yeah,
sweet. Look at
it's
you being all romantic and stuff.
we bought a bunch of Halloween stuff.
Oh my God, you and the Halloween stuff.
Well, because like now for
Okay.
her, she
Oh,
associates it with the boys, so
oh, okay. Well, that's good. Okay, quick. I'm neglecting chat. I'm sorry. King Budgie says, "No, what would I do with myself?" Well, blame Maz. He's made me angry before, and I have withheld scripts from him. So
we'll just buy her
if he
Legos.
yeah, yeah. So you know what? I actually don't even know when Maz and I started working together, but I do know at one point he had promised me a Lego set, which if you guys know anything about me, you know I love Legos and everything. But he never fulfilled the Lego set promise. It was made along, there was a huge gap in between, and as a joke, I withheld scripts from him for about a week. And wouldn't you know it, the Lego set showed up pretty quick after that.
I'm just saying, listen, Legos are far more expensive,
Oh no,
especially nowadays.
I'm not debating that. Legos are very expensive. Like they are super expensive. That being said, do I deserve Legos? Yes. Yes, I do.
Did you see the no, you sent me on TikTok the
I sent you the Pirates of the
yes.
Caribbean. Have you guys seen this? There's a Pirates of the Caribbean set that's coming out with cannons. Cannons.
It is almost $400, but god damn it do I want that one.
You
The
know
only
what? For
the,
cannons, I would pay 400. I mean,
listen,
some of the thing what people don't get is they think Legos, they think like the little kids ones. The amount of detail on this stuff is like ridiculous. Like I have the Disney Castle one, which was gifted to me by you guys back when I hit 250 scripts. There are so many Disney Easter eggs in that castle. It's ridiculous. Like there's
mm-hmm.
a glass slipper that you put into the castle. There's a little storybook. The amount of detail that they put in is like amazing. So if you're truly a fan of the set, then it's kind of worth it. I mean, if obviously it's like, you know, disposable income, right? Don't spend your rent money on it, but like if you're a fan of it, it's like a good thing.
Here's gonna be my hot take. If you're a fan and you have to think about not paying your rent or buying this Lego set, buy 2 Lego sets. Fuck your landlord. Fuck rent. Fuck what's going on. Burn what's going on right now. Fuck the powers that be. What? I said it.
Well, there. Well, this got political. I wasn't aware we were getting political tonight. And on that note, if you guys want to give me a Lego set instead of the crazy guy over here, you're more than welcome to do that.
I will stand by. Fuck your landlord, Mazarus. I need that on a shirt, Core.
Oh my goodness. Chari Cosplay says, your writing's amazing, Lupin. Thank you so much. That's really sweet. Vicky says, why, you sound amazing. I really don't hear it, but I've been told that a few times, but I think it's because the voice I hear in my head sounds different than what you guys hear. So
To
yeah.
be fair, like the way you sound is exactly how I would picture you because um it is like, and I don't mean this in any offensive way. It's very not dainty but very soft.
Oh. Yeah, I think it's because my day job, I'm a teacher, so I have to use a soft voice and like also a scary teacher voice. So when I'm off the clock, I try to like take it easy on my voice.
Absolutely feel that.
Valerica, sorry, I'm gonna butcher this. Valercara, I'm sorry. She says, no, I'm using gender terms again. I'm sorry. Valercara says, which Lego set did you end up getting? I believe Maz sent me the Indiana Jones one. It was one that was like a temple. It wasn't the big one with the boulder. It was
Okay,
like
so
another one in that set, which was
uh
really cool.
was it the Anubis one where they have to set that?
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
it was that one. It's currently hiding right now, along with most of my Legos that could be moved because I have foster kittens that think the funniest thing in the world is to chew on them.
Goodness.
So all of my Legos have been put into hiding right now.
Let me tell you, kind of piggybacking off of that too. Last year, no, it was earlier this year. What am I talking about? My wife and I bought my son. Now he's 3. He doesn't know how to build Legos, but he loves the Nightmare Before Christmas. So we bought him the Nightmare Before Christmas Halloween Town set. And let me
Oh my
tell you,
God.
for the longest time, he would just carry around the Lego Sally, Jack, and Zero everywhere.
Oh yeah.
It was adorable, worth every goddamn penny.
Did you guys end up building the set?
Oh yeah, we fully built the set because he sat there and watched me do it, and like I would finish
Oh.
one bag and be like, okay, that's it, we have to go to bed, and it'd be the next day, Wego, okay, okay, all right, I need to, let me finish cooking, let me do all this, and then and then yep, he made sure I sat my ass in that chair and said, Wego.
He's like, you got me involved in this. Now you got to finish it.
100%.
Do you have the Hocus Pocus one too? That seems very up your alley too.
I don't, although that is up our alley. Part of it is that, so I don't know if I've told you this, Lupin, but everyone else on the stream knows I
Uh-oh.
have a massive amount of board games and miniatures. I have almost nowhere to put any of my extra stuff.
Ah, storage. Storage solutions. That is what you need, my friend.
I I would love a bigger house, but en esta economía no es posible.
Oh my goodness. Well, I if you yeah, I don't know. I don't know how best to can your miniatures be moved? I mean, like I'm picturing like little tiny things, the ones that you paint, right?
Yes, some of them are tiny. The problem with little itty bitty miniatures is that when you have a billion of them, like a metric fuck ton of them, it becomes so much harder to find room and nooks and crannies. And
Well, I'm thinking,
I
like, what
have
if you
more supposed to
alternated
be on
them?
the way.
Like, what if you put them in a bin and then showcased a few of them and then swapped them out based on the seasons?
Oh, honey, they aren't even on display yet. They are still in their boxes and everything.
Oh no, you're beyond
Yeah.
help. I'm sorry. I
Listen,
can't I can't
just
I can't help
just
you.
the amount of miniatures I have from the Marvel United board game set is beyond number. Core Circuit has seen it. It is a mountain of plastic. And then I've
Oh.
got DC United coming in. I've got DC Zombies coming in because I've got the Marvel
Oh.
Zombies game, and
Wow.
I have a crack addiction that is plastic. Um,
Terrence Kamisado says you have strayed too far, Mazarus, in all caps. So yeah, I'm gonna agree with that one. You need help.
I probably have. Now, speaking of straying too far, this is supposed to be a Q&A, and I know I've been neglecting the chat, so let us return before I lose the whole entire plot.
You mean this isn't a thing about Legos and landlords? I wasn't prepared for anything other topics.
Listen, you are a princess, and I am a communist, so let's let's do this.
Okay, nope. You know what? I'm gonna need a few more Lego sets from you to get into this position.
I don't need beers, I need Legos, and I need many of them.
I know. Chop chop.
4 Lego sets in. Now we can talk politics.
Oh my goodness. Legos and landlords. But yeah, maybe that's the sequel. If this does well, maybe the sequel to this stream is Legos and landlords, where Lupin builds Legos and Maz just talks about how messed up landlords are.
I have a better idea. Legos and Landlords absolutely sounds like a really great RPG.
Oh,
And
of course you go there. Of course you
yeah,
go there.
yeah, we just set up a 5e game, right? Everything is Legos. Everything is Lego. I'm sure we can actually come up with a much better RPG system than this. I'm gonna have to workshop this with Core, but like a RPG where everything is Lego would be so bombastic, and then we just make it anti-capitalist. God damn, we're cooking with gasoline.
All right, guys. If my scripts get delayed because of this, now you know who to blame because he's gone off on his own tangent.
Whoa. I apologize for nothing. You guys are my hostages now.
Valera says if you need more space in your house, you could always rent a storage unit, maybe.
I mean, I probably could at this point. Not that I could necessarily afford it, but more like it probably the people's scripts. You are correct, Core. It might come down to that.
Valera also says, or there's Lego video games. I agree. Lego video games are great. Have you guys played those? Those are really, really fun and surprisingly sarcastic.
The Batman one looks like it's going to be so good. Anywho.
I'm surprised that they're doing like an Arkham style Lego game. Like that was not on my bingo card anywhere ever.
It makes sense because that gameplay loop is so good, but like the fact that they're going to be basically riffing on it is going to be fantastic.
I just thought it was hilarious to see the takedown of like the hardcore takedown in Lego. I was like, what is that?
I mean, that'd be Batman, though.
No, I know, but it's so funny because Lego, I think the last Lego Batman I played, I don't even remember. I just remember there was an Adam West level where you could rescue Adam West and you did like a little episode of the sitcom. So like that's my experience of Lego games, like just tongue in cheek, very funny. And this looks serious.
It only looks serious, but I can guarantee you it's meant to be it's going to be hilarious.
Yeah, I'm excited. I don't think it has a release date, though. So keep our eyes on that one.
I think it's actually supposed to come out sometime next year.
Really?
I think
Everyone's
so.
going to try and rush out their game before GTA.
Listen, it's bad enough that people are delaying their game for Silksong. I
I don't know
haven't
what
played
Silksong
Hollow
is.
Knight, but like apparently people love that so much that they're expecting that it's going to like break the internet basically.
Oh my God. I remember when GTA, what is it, 5? It's 5, right? The last one. I remember when that came out on, and I was in college. I was a freshman at the time. And I remember classes were empty. Like people took the
Yep.
day off.
Yep. It was one of the biggest releases, and you know what? It's been a long time since we had a big release like that. I think for me, the last big release, she's Silk on my song till I take 10 years to release. God damn it, Core. I know he's not ashamed of that. Um, make me read that with my eyes. How dare you? Um, Last release that I remember that was big. That I remember like a midnight release where there was like a line of people was Destiny. Destiny 1. And I haven't seen anything since then that was that big. Because they do everything so differently now. But
Yeah, I don't think there are midnight releases anymore, right? I think COVID wiped them all out.
well, yeah, even before I remember. Okay, Doom Eternal came out like weeks before the COVID stuff happened here in Texas. I got that game just as it was dropping. Like it freshly dropped, had pre-ordered it and everything. COVID was happening. After that, video game releases never the same.
Mm,
And then I mean there's a lot of things that go into that too, especially with like la economia, but you know, that's just how the world goes. Now we got a lot of questions and we got a lot of answers and we got, you know, stuff going on, and we got 30 minutes before this new audio premieres. Now, those of you who I believe it's already premiered on my Patreon, so you got it a few
yes.
days early on Patreon.
No spoilers.
And it's completely safe for work, although that's not the only stuff that Lupin does. Which,
Wow.
well, I mean, it's true. I mean, the people know. The adults here know. There better not be any I was gonna say there better not be any landlords here. That's also
Oh my.
true.
If you're a landlord in the chat, you now have to buy a Lego set to stay in chat.
And don't act like you can't afford it, because god damn it, I know your passive income can.
Now. Deep breaths, Maz. Deep breaths.
I was gonna say there better not be any minors here.
Oh, yes. That's true. Hello, Raru's backyard.
The only thing worse than a predator. A landlord. Okay. So.
Why the Kermit voice? So technically this is not a Kermit voice. This is technically a henchman voice. My name's George. If you watched my most recent April Fool's joke audio, you'll know who George is. And if you go follow the Dichotomy podcast, which hasn't updated since 2021, you'll know who George is. He's a great henchman. It's actually George with a J. It looks like Jorge, but I guarantee you that's not how you pronounce it.
I have no idea what just happened. But
I could improv.
That is not what I would peg your henchman voice as.
You shouldn't peg me as anything, because I
Oh
am
my
very
God.
proudly a top. Not that I would know. I think you got the spirit of it, Budgie, but that's not how you, anyway.
I could listen. My OCs from that show, I could role play them all day. I love my characters. The only person who's not here to riff with me is actually, because I mean Core Circuit, who plays Chris Dollar, is here, but unfortunately my wife is asleep and she plays Lady Malice and she does it so goddamn well. Anywho,
on the next episode of Legos and Landlords.
Legos and Landlords presents The Dichotomy. Oh god.
I'd watch it.
Chris Dollar doesn't make cameos for free. No, he does not. He does it for $1.50. Anywho. So, alright, let's go into it. So we've got some questions from y'all, lovely audience members. So we're going to go ahead and start off with that. And now that's been on the screen for you guys already. So let's get into it, unless there's anything in the chat that we need to address. I know, again, we've been kind of neglectful of you guys, and I apologize.
Sorry.
But I think we're ready. So the first question comes from Luna TS. Hey guys, I won't really be able to make it to the live, hoping that there's a Q&A somewhere later. There will be a VOD, by the way. And I'm not really good with questions, but I want to let you both know how talented you are. Lupin, congratulations on 500th script. Your 500th script. That's such an awesome feat, and I'm so happy for you. Writing an engaging story with a character who never speaks the listener is a lot harder than some people give it credit. At least I think so. And you do it wonderfully. Thank you for all the cuteness, the angst, and the specially delivered poisons. Mazris, I want to start by saying that I really like the content that you make. Thanks for sharing it with us. I mean it. I'm hooked on Wedding Night. I'm currently going through all of the Stroke of Midnight stuff in order, and just in case I missed something the first time, and I binged your psychology videos. But I also have to add that I'm so happy that you fill Lupin stories in full. I have found the start of the series here and there, but despite that fact, that the scripts continue, the audios don't, which is always very sad. So thank you for the quality acting on these quality scripts. I wish you both a good time zone and looking forward to what's in store for you guys.
Oh, that's like the sweetest thing ever. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Luna. And I hope you're watching this after the fact. And believe me, I'm always astounded by the fact that people do not continue Lupin scripts. So here's a little behind the scenes that, putting things above board here. I've been paying Lupin to have almost exclusive rights to... I just want to be the first one to get the audios out. I know it's not something I have to worry about for the series that I'm doing, but I've taken on multiple of her series, and I will probably continue to do so because they're fantastic. But I do know that a lot of other people will start something and then drop it, just for one reason or the other.
Which doesn't surprise me. I mean, I will be the first to admit my scripts tend to be more complicated. I will throw in sound effects. I will add characters. I will make things difficult for the VA. So I totally understand that. But what Maz has been so good at is, he's always on top of asking me if he's unsure about things, or, sometimes he'll even give me ideas. Like the Swan Princess thing was all on his idea, and the fact that is turning into a full-fledged series is
My
because
fault.
he insisted on it.
It is fully my fault, and I accept this.
It is his fault. Sometimes he does send me ideas and I'm like, why would you do this to me? I'm already slaving away on 12 other scripts for you.
And the answer is usually I'll be real. If Lupin doesn't write it, I will probably end up improvising it. Fun fact, I actually commissioned Lupin, and I need to pay you for it. which I haven't forgotten about. I swear I didn't forget about
I know where you are. I know where to find you, and I know where to send angry Legos and landlords to.
it. Send the swans. So I've commissioned for her to do my Halloween special, which is going to include El Zorro, and I'm
That's gonna be
very
exciting.
excited. You guys
I
are
love
gonna lose
Zorro.
you're gonna lose your minds.
Volcara says, I can't stop listening to the Gambit episode you recorded, Maz. Any more Gambit scripts in the works? Also, job well done on the 500 script, Lupin. Thank you. Actually, I wrote a Gambit script that was never recorded, I believe. I wrote it for Maz's big collab, and I don't think you ever recorded it, did you? It's a Christmas one, though.
I did not record that one, and I know you have multiple Gambit scripts that I have not done. I've only done one of yours, I think.
Yeah.
And
The thing with Gambit is I'm a French speaker, so for me, I relate to the character a lot. So I speak fluently in French, and so I can't help but add French in there. And I know that's very challenging for a lot of VAs because he's such a distinctive voice, you know, the Cajun, the Raging Cajun.
Core Circuit. Lupin, this man paid me in every way except money. Expect a copy of God of War in the mail. How dare you?
Is he not paying you, Corsair? You know what? You know what? I'll handle this. What you need to do is just start withholding services and just be like, "Oh, you wanted that audio edited?
Pookie,
I need to see the money."
Don't listen to her. She didn't know what she's talking about, Pookie. We got something special. Don't worry about it. I got you. I got you. Boo.
Actually, Maz had to twist my arm to pay me. It's weird to be paid for this work. I will admit that. Like, it's not something, because I started this work for fun, right? Which is like always been my thing. The reason why I write public scripts is because I can write whatever I want. I'm not held accountable to anyone. So when he approached me about, you know, taking over Arranged and everything, I was like, you can't pay me for it. And he was like, yes, I can. And I was like, no, you can't. And we literally got into an argument over the course of like 3 days.
And part of it is because, like, I know that it's one of the series that gets me the most views and gets me. Now, here's the thing. YouTube itself does not pay me very much. I get maybe $200 a month on YouTube. Like, again, fully above board. My Patreon is where I make my money doing this. And I set out specifically to be able to make money doing this. And I like that that you guys trust me enough to give me your money so that I can do stuff like this where I can pay someone like Lupin for scripts and I can pay VAs, or which I haven't always been able to pay my VAs for one reason or another. But like being able to pay VAs, being able to pay Lupin, being able to pay for scripts, being able to pay for art, being able to do all of that stuff. I couldn't do all of that without the support from y'all. Not only have you helped me pay my bills, but you've helped me like spread that to the people I want to. That's always been my dream, is to make enough money to, like, my real dream is so that I could make enough money to pay off everybody's debt, including my own, and then just everyone live happily in a commune somewhere. That's my dream. Also, like, the destruction of capitalism.
And before we go down that road again, Vicky would like to know, are you ever going to do more Kurt audios?
Kurt is one of my most popular characters right now. I will at some point. I've got so many irons in the pot right now that are in the fire that I can't tell you which ones I'm going to come up with next. Because as it is, I've already put Wedding Night on hold for a bit. And I need to go back to it.
King Budgie says, I would love to become a patron once I have a steady enough income.
Completely understand. Right now, listen, I do not expect to make the money I do off Patreon. It is always with extreme gratitude that I receive that money. especially as things are getting harder for people right now, as things are getting more expensive, as tariffs are like destroying one of my favorite hobbies of all time, tabletop. Um, yeah. So I am always going to be grateful to you guys.
I think honestly, any income, like even if it's $1, it means the world to these content creators, because like you guys, like, honestly, like I make, like, full disclosure, like $39 on my Patreon. That's like enough for my dental insurance. But just the fact that there's $39 that people are willing to send to me every month is just so humbling. Like there's people that would pay me for these silly poison-filled stories.
I'm one of them.
uh,
So we got some more. We got some more
oh, we're getting a lot
questions.
of French comments now. Okay. Oui, je parle français, mais je ne suis pas exactement courante. And that's all the French you will get from me tonight.
Buongiorno.
Yep, there we go. This is why there haven't been any more Gambit scripts from Maz, because he will send me a message like, why are you putting so much French in your script?
Here's how I would pronounce all of that. Je parle un peu François, Cavant, Lupin.
Oh, here, this one's good. Oui, baguette. There you go.
Oui,
You can
oui,
say that one.
baguette. Yeah, I'm giving a cigarette to a child. I don't know why that turned to Arnold Schwarzenegger doing a French accent.
See,
Anyway.
this is why there's been. I write a lot of Gambit scripts, but this is why Mass doesn't do the Gambit scripts.
Unfortunately, that's correct. Okay, so where does your inspiration come from? Do you have sources, or do you just come up with them randomly? For you, Lupin.
Um, Honestly, a lot of it's random. Or I mean, like, I love certain tropes. So if I'm having like a rough day or something, I will lean into one of those. But most of the time, I'm just like right now, a script I'm working on right now is inspired by like a random song I heard on the radio the other day while I was flipping through it. And it's been stuck in my head since. So I've been like, okay, I got to write this script. I got to do it.
100% seen. What made you get into writing, and do you write only scripts, or do you write other stuff too?
So I'm actually a professional writer in my professional career. I publish under my real name, but the story of how I ended up in this space is because I was working on an indie game and I was a narrative designer, and I had just written like 30,000 words or something. And the company got bought out by this company in China, and the Chinese company canceled everything. So that was 30,000 words down the drain that nobody would ever see. And I was so upset. And at the time, I knew a little bit of the ASMR community. I mean, I had heard Hardlin, I had heard Aussie Ben. He has a wonderful Sleeping Beauty series that I was hooked on. And I got so mad that I literally was like, I'm just going to I'm going to write something. I'm going to post it, and it's going to be what I want to write, and screw anybody else. And I posted it, and there was no response. And then I wrote another script, and crickets. And I think it was the third script where I was like, okay, I've got this out of my system. I'm going to leave. Here's the last script. And then all of a sudden, somebody filled it. And I was literally like, wait, what? Like, I knew theoretically that somebody could put it on YouTube, but the fact that it was on YouTube, that I was like, I'm sorry, you did what with my words? Like, you liked them enough to put them on YouTube? Like, what?
You know what I'd love to do, Lupin, as like a almost like an anniversary thing for you, is depending on what your first script was, doing your first script, like Has anyone actually done that one yet?
I honestly, I don't think so, but it needs a rewrite. Like my scripts have definitely, I've come a lot farther than I was before because I know the format that works for
Zing.
me. I know how the listener works a lot better. So I thought about redoing my very first script, but I just haven't gotten around to it.
You've got a lot on your plate. Um, I would say a remaster of it would be really great, but one thing that would be really interesting um, would be for me to record that and post it. Um, and then when you do the remaster, posting that as well, so that people can see how far and how different it is. I think that would be
Yeah.
interesting.
I remember I haven't read it in a very long time. I remember it's a fairy tale. I'm pretty sure, if I'm remembering it correctly, I'm pretty sure it's a ballroom script.
That does not surprise me.
It does not, right? That sounds like me, but I'm pretty sure it was a ballroom script. I'd have to dig through. I don't know. I have an Airtable. I would have to dig through it and see which script is the oldest.
A shout out was given to Lupin.
Oh, thank you. Uh, Philcara says, I know Maz has a cat, but do you have any pets at all? You have a cat, Maz? I didn't know you had a cat.
Yeah, Butterball. He is a
Oh,
he is a fat, lazy, lovable piece of shit. I love him.
how
He
did
is
I
simply
never know? I didn't know any of this. And I've been talking about my cat since I joined, like, since day one.
that's because I'm like Butterball is elusive. He is a void cat. He disappears
Ah,
everywhere. So he'll only
that
appear
makes more
when he
sense.
wants something. That's why I say
That
he's a
sounds
bit of a
about
piece of
right.
shit. I love him though.
I do have one cat. Her name is Mochi. I post about her all the time. She's a diva, and I currently have 3 foster kittens right now that are little gremlins of chaos that Mochi can't stand.
That just sounds like cats. How long have you been writing scripts for now?
I think this is 3 years.
I think it probably has to be longer than that because I started the channel about 4 years ago. And I know that the first script that I read from you was Regrets, if I remember correctly.
And Regrets is an old one. I
Mm-hmm.
remember Regrets is older. I feel like it might be 3 or 4 years. I don't know. It hasn't been 5. I know that for sure because I would have celebrated 5.
It's got to have been 4 years only because, like, Regrets was already kind of established. And by then, like, I don't know if it was the thumbnail or what it was, but that audio, when it hit, it struck so much gold that I was like, "Oh no, this is my golden goose." Listen, let
Yeah,
me.
I don't even remember when Maz and I first started talking, to be honest. I mean, time is,
Time's a
I
weird
feel like
soup.
it's been a while, but like, I don't know how long actually.
Yeah. For me, how did you find out about Lupin? Did you find out about her somewhere, or did you just find her, or did she find you? So I found her through Reddit. Um, what I did was so what most of us do is we go online to Reddit to look for scripts. Um, at least that's how I used to do it because you guys have got to remember I started off doing creepypastas, right? Way back in the day when I was the right hand of doom. Um, so back in the day, you'd go to Reddit to look at the different Reddit stories. So like, there's No Sleep. There was a whole bunch of different places. Corsica said I just checked my project files, and my oldest regret file was season 2, and that was 2 years ago. So you two have worked together since probably 2021. Yeah, that's absolutely
Oh,
correct.
wow.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's a big gap between season 1 and season 2 because Regrets was originally written as a trio of scripts and was
Yep.
not getting a season 2.
Yep. I remember. And like, so I went to Reddit and I was looking for a script because I hadn't yet found the confidence to just improvise. I found another creator. Her name was Violet Violent. Uh, I don't think she uploads anymore, but like she was a huge inspiration and got me into actually doing a lot of improvisation. But the problem with going on Reddit is that there is a lot of scripts to go through, and you have to sit there and read them, and then you gotta go like, is this cringe? Is this not? Can I work with this? Do I like this? Um, Lupin's was the first one that I saw that I was like, yes, yes, I'm gonna do this one. This is fantastic right off the bat. And then every script afterwards, I was like, oh, these are all gold. I don't have to worry. This is my fucking golden goose. I don't have to worry because every script I get from her has thus far been proven to not only hit with my audience, but has been amazing. They've been written so well, and like, you work within your tropes, you know what you do, and it works. And like, seeing you get the challenge or even do little like things that are different. Maz gets a golden goose, Lupin gets a Lego sometimes. Well, listen.
Yeah, you know what? That doesn't sound very fair to me. Wait, where do I get my golden goose? What do I get from you then?
Love and affection?
Okay, well, it's time for chat now to rise up and overthrow you because I'm starting to think maybe you're the landlord in this situation.
Hashtag Legos for Lupin. God, no. I've become that which I hate the most. No.
He's a landlord. So this whole time. Oh my, you know what? I see how it is. I'm going on strike. Down with landlord Maz.
It's so funny because the next question is, what made you get into role-playing audios? I like money. No. Were you young in the workplace, Maz?
Is that really why you got into roleplay videos?
So partially, yeah, because in 2021 when I started, I wanted to do something creative. I wanted an outlet. And I wanted to do something kind of sexy because like I had listened to a whole bunch of NSFW stuff on Reddit that was just audios. I was like, well, maybe I could do that. And maybe I can have a gimmick. Maybe it's all monsters. So people are horny and I'm poor. Yeah, so basically that's what it was though. Because I had a son that was gestating inside of my wife. And I was like, I need extra support because I never know when like everything is going to go off the rails. So I need to support us and have extra income. And I knew it was going to be a grind. But it paid off. Like it paid off massively. And the original intent back in 2001 was that some of that money that I got from Patreon eventually would go into the previous project that me, Core, my wife, and a bunch of my friends were doing, and that was Laughably Dapper Entertainment, which was a comedy group where we had all these scripts and all this stuff planned out. Way more massive, way bigger than any undertaking that any of us really were prepared for. And we started back in 2015 with these big ideas. And it was like, okay, well, we need funding to be able to do this. And like, while I have the funding, what I was looking to do is just not feasible. And I've thought about like rebooting everything and restarting from fresh. And I'd love to do that with Laughably Dapper. But God, finding the time for creativity like that is so difficult.
That's crazy. I didn't know that at all about you. Like at all. Like, and what's crazy to me is you wanted to start off with creepypasta. How'd you end up with a romantic werewolf hunter script?
Well, so the creepypasta stuff, back in 2015 was when I finally decided, you know what, I'm done with creepypastas. I wanted to get into comedy and I wanted to do something else because at the time, that's when my group and I discovered oh god, we discovered Welcome to Night Vale for sure, but we also discovered the Thrilling Adventure Hour, which was a podcast that was like, it's a radio based play. Um, that's a comedy series that's done by a whole bunch of famous voice actors and like improvisation artists. It sparked my imagination, and I wanted to do something like that. The difficulty is that these Hollywood types have money and connections and know how to do stuff like that. We don't. So, and I started creepypastas because I was like, I like scary stories. I like listening to Mr. Creepypasta, who became a good friend of ours. Um, I like listening to his stuff. Let me try. But because I wasn't consistent, I wasn't grinding, and I wasn't like doing things on a regular basis, that channel never went anywhere. I think it got up to like 800 people and never cracked higher than that. And it was both because like my visuals were bad, my narration style wasn't everyone's favorite. There was a lot of things that didn't make it work that I think I've improved on immensely doing this, because my voice is not always meant for creepy stories. It's not. As much as I wanted it to be, like I've done a lot of creepy audios, but like the truth of the matter is I need to vary up my content, because if I do the same thing over and over again, like I know people want more Kurt, right? More Kurt audios. But if I keep doing the same audios with Kurt, people eventually will get bored. You look at the numbers, right? The first Kurt audio has a lot of views, and they slowly drop off to where it's just like, okay, now that I see that I'm getting so far, so many diminishing returns, it's going to be a while before I go back to it, if I go back to it. And that's kind of how I make the decision on when or where I'm going to make those audios. Because something that's popular right now, like the next season of X-Men 97 that comes out, I can guarantee you I'll do some more Kurt audios, because that's when the popularity of him will spike up again. But right now, the popularity of like, I don't even know what's popular at the moment other than Superman. Like,
Yeah, don't ask me. I just write what I want.
yeah, if it had been like a month ago, I was so tempted to do a Superman audio just because I loved that movie so much, but that's just me.
I love writing Clark Kent. He's one of my favorite characters to write. I've written so many fan fictions before I became a ASMR writer.
Oh my god, Lupin.
No. I'm joining with chat on this one. Hashtag Legos for Lupin. Hashtag take down Landlord Maz.
I was gonna say that I'll commission you to do a Superman audio, because that would be... Actually, you know what? Don't, because I don't think I could get through it. No, legitimately, like, if you write that, I don't think I could get through it without crying. The thought of it makes me very emotional. I am, like, it took me so long to get into Superman the way I am now, that it's just like, oh, I have a reverence for this character now that I did not have for so long. Like,
yeah, he's really a great character.
He really is, and I think that like the new Superman really highlighted what makes him so great. Anywho, the premiere is now, it is live.
Oh, awkward.
But we are still answering questions. I'm gonna split my audience here. Do you guys want us to continue with the Q&A, or would you prefer us to pause and listen to the so you can go listen to the actual thing?
Hold the audience. I feel like we need Who Wants to Be a Millionaire music going on.
Okay, so we got the audio. Okay, so let me switch this over, because I know it's premiering right now.
Sarah Jacobs says the oldest regret video is 3 years ago that I see. Wow, 3 years ago. That sounds about right.
Yep. Okay, give me just a second. Let me change the window capture.
Oh, thank you, Sarah. That's very sweet. And yes, I do plan on opening commissions again soon. Ish, when I find time.
Okay, so really quick, can you guys hear...
I think you muted yourself.
I didn't mute myself. I'm just trying to see if you guys can hear the video as it's starting. Okay. I'm muting myself so that you can just hear the audio. My lady, if you think I'll just turn back, you're mistaken. My lady, come out. Where is she? How could she have gotten that far ahead of me? Will these damn woods never end? Ah, woodsman, excuse me. Have you seen a young lady in fine clothes running this way? Lost your charge, hey, Sir Knight? She's this tall. Last seen wearing a gown of pale pink. Her hair was done up in braids and... Afraid you're not the only stranger I've come across in my work today. Not many visitors to these woods given their reputation. I've heard the tales. Don't believe them, though, do you? You're here, so I suppose it can't be too badly haunted. You've got spirit, boy. I'll give you that. As for your lady, though, I'm afraid your journey ends here. You're no woodsman. Can't let you stop her, Rowan. Who sent you? Emmett? He's still at the Major's Tower. He will be for the next few hours. He tried to get away, but the explosion you planned served as a fine distraction. How do you know that? Have you ever stopped to consider what comes after you stop her? Final warning. Step aside or I will cut you down where you stand. You're no simple mercenary. Took you long enough to figure it out. Who are you? Not the question you should be asking. Now stand down. I don't relish the thought of hurting you. Don't make threats you can't keep, old man. Let's cut the crap. You're determined to go after her. I can't let that happen. Seems we're at an impasse. You believe this bullshit? The bullshit that the church put out? That her death will save us all? You don't? Why should she have to die? Because of some prophecy? Because she has some power? Only with a sacrifice will the... Don't speak to me of sacrifice. It's her life. Not yours, not mine. And her choice. Or did you forget that when you chased after her, determined to drag her back come hell or high water? You don't know her. That's where you're wrong, boy. I know her. Better than you. Bullshit. You're a knight. In another life, yeah. But that life ended when you stopped her, Rowan. You're not just some stranger. You're me? How is that possible? With enough mana, anything is possible. So, you want her to die? Of course not. Then why are you stopping me? Every second I waste here is another second she gets closer to, if she doesn't do this. If she doesn't die. The world does. Look around you, Rowan. There's darkness already seeping into these woods. The trees are bare. Their limbs twisted. Corruption seeps into the very soil. If she dies, she stops it from spreading. But if she doesn't, then the rivers, the fields, the people, everything dies. No, there has to be another way. There is no other way. So what? You're from the world where she lived. I stopped her. Just like you're trying to do now. I pulled her back, told her that we would find another way. But I was wrong, Rowan. And watching the world crumble around her, she grew more despondent with every passing moment. The kingdom turned on her, threw rocks at her. There was nowhere safe for her to go. Then what were you doing, huh? Just watch her suffer? I tried to help her, but there was nothing I could do. And one day one day, I'm here to fix my mistake. To atone. You think telling me this changes anything? Honestly, no. I know how stubborn I was at your age, but even so, I failed her once, I won't do it again. So put your sword down and walk away. Better to lose her knowing she chose this than to watch the grief consume her. You've given up. That's it, isn't it? Did you hear nothing of what I just said? Oh, I heard you. And it sounds like quite the sob story, but just because you failed her doesn't mean I will. The future is set. If that were the case, you'd have been in the same spot I was back then. But you didn't see your future self, did you? The details don't matter. I love her. And even if she hates me for this, I can't let her die for the sake of a world that doesn't deserve her. And what about the world that she loves? What about her grief as she watches it die all around her? Are you prepared to see the spark in her eyes go out? To watch her become a shell of herself? Then help me. Help you. I can't. Look at this. A vial of fairy dust. Watch what happens if I sprinkle it on this corruption. So what? That's one vial. The fairies have long since left this realm. Even if you could find more, it wouldn't be enough to purify everything. But if we found the fairies and convinced them to help, you're speaking nonsense, boy. They might not listen to me, but to her. To someone with pure intentions. Or they'd whisk her into their realm as the world burns. They'd have to go through me. It would never work. If there's a shot of saving her and the world, it's worth trying, right? Let her go. You never did, so why should I? Watch your tongue before I rip it out of you. You love her still. That's why you haven't cut me down where I stand, because deep down, you still want to save her. She can't be saved. She can. If you let me go, I swear to you that the future you come from won't exist. And if you're wrong, I suppose we'll meet again in these woods, won't we? And what? You'll stop me then? Sure. Liar. So what do you say? You'd best hurry. Don't thank me. Just save her. Make up for my failures. I swear to you I will. Go. Before I change my mind. I guess deep down I'm still a hopeless fool. Aren't I, my lady? The spell is fading. Guess my time is up here. I hope you're there waiting for me, my lady. Hello, everyone. It's me, the Stroke of Midnight, Mazarus Montround. What a beautifully epic, tragic, and very different kind of story for our dear Lupin. I absolutely love this piece. I love the concept here. And admittedly, I'd love to see more of where it goes, but I actually, for the first time in a while, am happy with just a one-shot that just, this is where it is. It's left to you, the viewer, the listener, to figure out what comes next. I absolutely adore that. Something else that I adore is, did you guys know? This is Lupin's 500th script. That's right, she's written 500 scripts in the time that she's been writing. It's astounding. And believe me when I say she still has more to write. Between a new series, between Arranged, Pain, Pain, Go Away, the Arranged novel, Lupin is not losing steam, and she is doing a magnificent job. I've been talking with her on the sidelines about things, and we are both excited to see what the world brings in the future. At least when it comes to her writing, if not what's going on in the world. But regardless, I am just flabbergasted, so I'm going to put a link in the description, as I do every time, where you can find Lupin stuff, but if you want to support her, go to her Patreon. She's got a preview, the full first chapter, the prequel chapter, the prologue, I mean. The prologue is available for her book, narrated by yours truly. It's on exclusively her Patreon. If you want a clip of that, it is on my YouTube channel, and it is on the Patreon as well. But you'll only get the full audio on her Patreon. That being said, I want to thank you all so very much, my patrons, and the people watching this video. Your support has meant the world to me. And I want to thank you all so very much. I'll see you all in the next episode. Sweet dreams and pleasant nightmares. There we have it, folks. That was the newest audio.
Woohoo!
Woo! Thank you very much, Lupin, for letting me, do your scripts. Seriously. Phenomenal job.
Oh my goodness. You're welcome. Stop calling me a golden goose and we'll call it even.
You're a golden swan. Got
Okay.
it.
Whatever.
Walked into that
Hashtag Legos for Lupin. Hashtag take down landlord Maz.
one.
Hashtag justice for Lupin.
Now, we still have plenty of questions that you guys have left us that I'd love to answer. Do you feel up for continuing the Q&A, or do you want to...
Are you asking me or are you asking chat?
I'm asking you.
Oh, I'm ready. I'm ready. Let's go.
Really quick, I do want to ask, this is for me. I loved this script as a one-shot because it leaves so much open-ended. Do you have any plans on revisiting this at maybe a different, like, milestone?
I don't know. It was always planned to be a one shot. It was always planned to be just these two characters. The concept literally was, what if somebody went back in time and was trying to prevent himself from saving the princess and let the princess die instead? I was surprised by the reactions that people like. Like every time I write a one shot, I feel like people are like, no, we need more. But whenever I write a series, people are like, it's fine. So it always surprises me. Is there more to the story? Sure. Do I have any plans to do it right now? No.
I think that's fair. I will say though, I think that like this particular audio for sure. Like I said, I could see it at like your 1000th script, like revisiting it, and it's just like every time we see a new version of the loop of the new, like, hey, don't go in there, don't do it, you gotta stop, I'm warning you, you're not gonna like what happens. Listen to me, Morty. Listen. You gotta stop, Morty.
Oh my goodness.
And just gets more unhinged each time. That'd be great. That's just my opinion, though.
I mean, in my heart of hearts, he ends up, saving the realm and rescuing the princess, and the old version of him ends up fading back into a different timeline where he didn't have to go through all the pain and everything. That's how it always ends in my head. How you want to imagine it, though, that's up to you.
Morty, the golden goose puts us in a time loop. We gotta kiss with tongue, Morty.
Oh my God! You know what? Call me a golden goose again. Do it.
That was Core
you.
Circuit.
We'll see what happens.
That was Core Circuit, I swear.
Uh-huh.
The worst part is Core is exclusively on Twitter. On Twitch.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Core Circuit. I can't see anything you're writing. I'm just gonna blame Maz anyway. I just blame you anyway.
That's fair and or just. So let's go to our questions. Let's see.
Sarah says that was a very good plot and enjoyable one shot. The mystery and desperation, hope is tangible. Yeah, Maz did a really good job with that. With portraying the two sides of the same guy.
I love that concept too of just like a much older, like grizzled version of this character who Morty, have you ever seen Groundhog Day, Morty? That's not even how Rick sounds either, God. Morty, have you ever seen Groundhog Day, Morty? Anyway, I love that. I love that as a voice acting exercise, because like getting them to sound just enough alike that you can tell who these are supposed to be without it being like, oh, this is just the same voice, and getting confusing. Maddie says, guys, I am not having fun right now. Sarah Jacobs, down with Landlord Mats. Okay. Sorry, guys. Sorry that you're not having a good time. What's going on? Okay. Snake Girl asked on our Q&A, how are you both doing?
Doing good.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, still here.
Still kicking.
Sam Resendez 28. Oh my god, congratulations. I guess my question for Lupin would be, how are you not running out of ideas by now? Like, 500 scripts is insane, but question for you would be, what was the first script of Lupin that got you both hooked, or interested in the first place? There's a couple questions in there for you.
Okay, well, how do I not run out of ideas? I just don't. So here's the thing about my writing process. I am not a planner. I am not one of those writers that will make an outline, do 4 drafts. What I write is usually a first draft or like a quick look over. So I'm just like I'm a write from your heart and post it girl. That's me. So the good side about that is when I get inspired, it's very easy for me to do a script. The bad side is when I don't have any inspiration and I know I need to like do the next episodes of Arranged and I end up staring at the computer and being like, I guess it's not gonna happen. So uh yeah. So I mean, I just get a lot of ideas through songs, through media I'm watching. I'm a theater nerd, so going to see a live show will always like fill me with energy and stuff.
Mazer's coming into
Um,
your DMs with another unhinged Punky Doodles, like...
oh yeah, yeah, that's that too. Recently I've had to stop looking at videos Maz sends because he wants like 5,000 scripts and he's like he'll send me a video and he'll be like, wouldn't this make a cool script, wouldn't this make a cool script, and I'll be like, yeah, it would, and then there's like an awkward pause and he's like, so are you gonna write the script? I was
That
just
is
like,
not, that's
didn't
not
you
how
want me
that
to
goes.
write like 12 other scripts for you first?
Chat, I feel like I am being scandalized here. That's not how it goes. I promise.
That's literally how the Swan Princess script went. Literally, I have the receipts.
Really quick. Lupin, uh, speaking of going to see musicals, have you ever seen Hadestown? The writing feels right up your alley, says Core Circuit.
That's so funny. I was just chatting about Hadestown with a guy on a dating app, actually, and because I didn't like it, he unmatched me. I have not seen Hadestown because I've heard it's a very tragic musical, and I feel like the world is too tragic in general that I just try not to consume things that I know will make me cry or make me sad. That being said, I think Reeve Carney is an amazing singer and I've heard some of the songs and it's great, but you know, Eurydice and Orpheus, that myth is very sad to me. So I just like, yeah.
I don't
Rent
like
is my favorite musical though.
the irony of Lupin being like, I don't like tragedy. All of your scripts, though. All of you.
No, but okay,
You
here's
have
the
made my
thing.
audience cry so much.
I
How
I
dare.
tell you all. No, I tell you all. There will always be a happy ending. Name one script of mine that does not end in a happy ending. And I'm not talking about Pain Pain Go Away because that series is not over. Name one script that has not ended in a happy ending. You can't because it doesn't exist because I need the happy endings.
Okay, so for context, though, like, um, the current season of Pain Pain Goes Away has ended on a very happy note. Don't think that's gonna last long, guys.
Well, I mean, we do have a wedding to get through though. So I can promise there will be lots of fluff at the wedding.
But yeah, no. This is the other wonderful thing about being friends with you, Lupin, is being able to know where the story goes and how much it's going to stab these people in the heart in the best way possible. Guys, when I tell you you are not ready for season 3, right? Season 3
Yeah,
of Pain
season
Pain?
3.
You guys are not ready. You guys, it is, things are gonna get bonkers, wild bananas. It's gonna be amazing.
I feel like Maz and I were like that clip from Parks and Recreation of April and Andy where they're like, someone will die of
A fun.
fun.
Yup. Like, trust me though. Like, I am so friggin' excited for it. That's
I
actually
know it's
part of the
super
other
hard.
reason I was
It's
like, oh
super
no no,
hard
I
for
need
me
to.
not to talk about it because I feel like you and I have talked so much about what's coming that I'm like, oh, these people don't know. I can't say anything.
Oh yeah, there's still gonna be plenty of twists and turns. Like, um, I'm surprised no one's asked more about like how connected Arranged and Pain are.
I feel like people don't really care that they're connected. I mean, in my head, everybody's connected, but I feel like in general, people aren't like, I haven't seen much feedback on like Sebastian and Blake interacting at all. But then again, I post into the void, and a lot of times I don't get any feedback, period.
I don't know. I see like when I've done the crossover episodes, I see a lot of people who are very happy about like, oh, they have really fun interactions, I think.
They're buddies. They're buddies. I mean, I just the whole reason they crossed over to begin with was because I wanted that interaction of them being like, yeah, let's be super manly and like try to impress our ladies and take our shirts off and sword fight, and then it's like, oh wait, they were gone this whole entire time. That was the whole inspiration behind the crossover. That was it.
Yeah. But like at the same time, it's one of those that I think that getting to see that I want to see more of it because like uh I love how competitive they are and I love that they are so different. Their world views and their like perspectives are so different, and yet they have the one commonality of like, I love my partner more than anything in this universe. You get in my way of that and I will burn your house down. I love that
But
about them.
but they'll do it in different ways, which is what I like. Like Blake will go the more diplomatic burn. Sebastian will literally burn it, like with
Oh, this
fire.
house of yours, it's so nice. Too bad it's on fire now.
Literally, like, whoops, my hand slipped and this torch just lit up your house.
Blake just being like, I know you regret what you said, because if you didn't, I would regret to have my men set your house on fire. Now please, apologize.
Publicly, in front of the whole court, multiple times, on your knees.
The groveling helps, believe me. I don't know why you subject them to this. Just behead them, it is much easier. They will learn not to say things if they don't have tongues in their mouths.
Meanwhile, the two ladies, or the Pain is gender neutral, but the two partners behind them just being like, okay, who's gonna rein in our partner first? You want to go first, or should I? Just
Someone
pulling
get
them
the
by the
husbands.
ears away, being like, you guys are idiots.
Someone get the husbands. We need to get
Yeah,
we need to get the collars.
someone rein in the crazy. Just let Blake's dad restore order and throw them both somewhere else.
You I can't do anything about, but you boy, get back in line. Or so help me.
Blake's dad is one of my favorite characters to write. I just he alternates between this mix of exasperated and like, I love my son, but sometimes my son makes such dumb decisions.
Absolutely. And I love that like I love that he never appears or never comes off as just a full villain. Cuz he's just a dad looking out for his kids and then he's like, yeah, I fucked up. I fucked up. Let me walk this back a bit. Oh god. Shit, my son acted without me. Fuck. Okay. Shit's on fire. I love that he's constantly reacting to
I know, he literally like he gives one order, don't mess this up, and literally Blake is like, okay, bet.
it. You never said that I couldn't do this. I literally said you couldn't do that, and there you are. dancing on it,
Oh,
dancing on the ashes of
oh,
like my
yeah.
commands.
I'm super excited for what's coming for the King and Blake in season 3. It'll be interesting.
Go back and watch this Q&A after season 3 and then got me. I am so excited for it.
Lacara says, Lupin, have you seen Deadpool and Wolverine? Yes, I have. I wrote a Deadpool and Wolverine script, actually, that I don't think Maz filled it, but somebody else filled it.
That's because like I don't remember seeing that. Cuz I can do a good Logan, but only like 97 Logan. I can't do a Hugh Jackman Logan. And also I
Yeah,
can kind of do Deadpool. I also just kind of don't like Ryan Reynolds right now.
yeah, fair. But I mean, it's also easy for my scripts to get lost in the shuffle because I just
You
post them and then move
500
on.
500 scripts. 500 scripts. Yes. It's very easy.
King Budgie says, I haven't seen Arranged yet, and I've been avoiding the crossovers until I do. I will warn you, Arranged is edited for YouTube. It is my first NSFW series. So take that into consideration where you choose to listen to it.
So if you are an
But
adult, listen to it on my Patreon where you can hear the entire series in its full glory.
that's true.
You will not be disappointed. It's one of my more popular series that I do for a reason, and like one of your most popular series for a reason.
That was also supposed to be just a one shot, one and done. That was it. That was supposed to be it.
But like
And now here we are.
I love how the story grew because like and that's the thing is like you know where to evolve characters that work so well. I think though like I'd like to think that my rendition of Arranged kind of solidified more of Sebastian because having him being kind of a Spaniard or like of like some kind of like Spanish speaker, I think adds a bit of flair. And I know that was never your intention, but I was like, no, this just feels right.
No, I mean, for sure. I mean, Sebastian was never supposed to exist past the first script. I mean, that's the crazy part is it literally was my first NSFW script ever. And I was like, okay, I'm going to try this. I'm going to write a trope that I like, and then we're going to be done. And then it just all of a sudden became more. And then I remember when your take first came out on it, I was like, this guy's speaking in Spanish. Like, I didn't put Spanish in my script, did I? Like, checking the script. I'm like, no, I speak French. Like, what's going on here? But it was interesting to hear your take on it. And now I can't help but hear it in a Spanish voice. I
Yes.
mean, it helps that you followed the character. I mean, there's been a lot of other VAs who have done the first script. And so I've heard a lot of different takes on Sebastian, but hearing Sebastian grow over the course of the series with your voice has been really sweet and interesting. And of course, Rodrigo with Escaped Audio's doing that amazingly sinister voice.
Absolutely.
And there's so much I want to spoil about Rodrigo, but I can't, so I won't say anything more other than it will be interesting.
It absolutely will. We're still, as of right now, I think the fifth episode of the second season is either out or coming out, and then I still need to record season six.
I
No,
think I think there's two more that you have to record
yeah,
if
because I
I'm
think I did.
remembering my scripts.
I think I did 6, and I need to do 7 next. So yeah, there's quite a bit still. Um, and the fact that you're writing a novel on that series and that like that just grew so much. Um, I'm gonna have a question for you at the end of this Q&A, I think. Um,
Uh
not nothing bad. Chloe 1452 says, "Congrats, Lupin. My question is, will the Stormy Seas series be ending or continued? I would pay for it to be commissioned myself, but I cannot afford it. but I simply must know the end. Love your work.
I know there's a lot of in progress series, and I apologize for that.
My fault.
The intention the intention of all my in progress series is to one day go back and finish them. Stormy Seas was written at a time where I was experimenting with new things. It's a pirate mermaid story, and I think I wrote myself into a corner. It also wasn't being filled, so I didn't feel as much pressure to keep churning out parts. Because sometimes I feel like if I don't churn out the next part of a script, like the VA is like, where is it? Where is it? I need it. I need it. And so I took that pressure off myself. But the answer is yes. I would like to go back and finish Stormy Seas. I probably honestly at this point might just scrap it and redo it from the ground up because I
Isn't
think I've learned a lot more than when I first started it. And I think I could do a lot better at the pirate mermaid story
but
if
I
I scrapped it and did it again.
but I think also isn't that one that Escaped Audios has done?
No, I don't think he's ever done any one of my scripts.
I know someone does Stormy Seas. I'm almost
I
positive.
know it's been done, but not all. I wrote a lot of scripts for it, and it was never caught up to where the current script was, as far as I know.
So part of that though I think also is that um some of us, okay, so the VAs, and this is from the VA side, um some of us don't have a planned schedule out. We just kind of put things out. That's one of the things with the scripts is you can put them out in whatever order. Um what you guys may have noticed at this point is at least once a month for the past year or two, probably even longer than that at this point. Once a month, you guys get a Lupin script, whether it's for arranged, pain. Um, you guys will get a Lupin script, and it's usually a continuing series, except for the month of October, in which case it's all spoopy month. And like, was it last year or the year before? You guys got spoiled by getting a pain audio during the month of October.
I think that
Um,
was last year.
that was last year, right? And that worked out perfectly. I loved that. But like, I've tried to schedule everything so on once a month at the beginning of the month you'll get one of the mainline series continued, and then it's usually at least one or two improvisations that I do, and then that gives me enough time because like admittedly having your scripts done gives me more time to do improvisations and like plan out what I want to do next. Um, the reason I haven't gone back to Wedding Night right now is not because I don't like it. It's just that I actually have to listen to some of my old audios and be like, oh, I need to change something here or there. Um, will this quote unquote twist work, or what will be like, what do I need to do here? Because sometimes, just like you write yourself in a corner, sometimes I'll put myself in a corner and continuity will be absolute dog shit because I'm not writing any of it down.
No, for sure.
So I apologize to my audience for that. Let's see. Next question. Terrence Camiseto 3854 says, congratulations. Question: how many times have you gotten so burnt out that you have to step away from a project?
Mm, I mean, luckily with this type of writing, since I'm not being paid for it, I don't put any pressure on myself to finish a script. So if there's a script not speaking to me, I just kind of walk away and I come back to it when I can. Um, I the projects that I do like take commission for or that people are generous enough to like want to pay me for, I find that if I get frustrated during those scripts, just walking away for a 30-minute break and petting the cats or taking a walk or just listening to music can just help reset. But I don't think there's ever been a time where I've been like ready to throw my computer at the wall because I've been so angry at a script.
And that's good. I mean, like that's hard because I mean, I know again, sometimes I'll procrastinate on something and like put it to you this way. There's an audio that is coming out on my Patreon soon and will be coming out in September, at the end of September on YouTube, that I was avoiding because I wrote the script, recorded it, and it was such a massive undertaking to do the editing. It didn't take as long as I thought it would. I thought it would take like an entire week. I got that done so quickly. But I had it in my head that this is going to be so difficult and so complicated that I got too into my head and I procrastinated as long as possible because I was like, this is too much. I need like a whole week to do it. No, it sometimes on my end, it's just literally I make a project too big in my head than it actually is. And then when I actually get it done, no problem. The stuff that I want to do for Halloween right now, I know I'm getting way too much in my head trying to figure out how I'm going to do this analog horror idea without a script. And I know that once I just hit record, I will let Jesus take the wheel and it will be fine.
You got it. You got this. I mean, you know horror. I don't know horror. So I'm sure whatever you come up with will be good.
Well, and the funny thing is, like, it as much of a horror as it's supposed to be, it's also meant to be a comedy. So it's going to be very much like Welcome to Night Vale, where it's more comedy based and like still get a little bit of the horror stuff, but like it's the absurdism of it. Now, Sarah Morelli says, "Wow, how exciting! Congratulations, Lupin. What has been your all-time favorite series to write? And what are you most excited writing moving forward?"
My favorite script I've ever written is actually a very old one. And of course, right now I can't remember the title of it. But it was actually filled by a VA who was a very nice guy. He's no longer in the space. It was a script that was not received at all, but with any fanfare, it was basically like a knight just talking to his beloved who was like in a coma or something. And it's been a while since I read the script, but for whatever reason, that script has always just stuck with me. And it's not a popular script. It's not a script that Maz has done or really anyone other than that cat Jack did. And he did it really as just a favor to me because I said it was my favorite script and nobody had ever filled it. I don't know why it's my favorite script. It's just there's something about it that I guess just speaks to me about it.
So, if you do figure it out, send that script my way. Because that sounds like the sort of sadness that my audience is absolutely, because it reminds me of a improvisation I did where it's and this one doesn't have a lot of views, mind you, but I did this way early in my career. So back in 2021, 2022, it's a vampire who is talking to someone on their deathbed and begging them to let him turn them so they don't die, and him having to cope with, you really want this to happen, you really want to die, I have to live the rest of my eternity without you. And that sucks, but I can't dishonor your wish. I can't get away from this. I will.
Aww.
It's such a good idea, and it hasn't really gotten a lot of views or anything. But it's one of those, like, it's such a good concept. I love that, where it's just a vampire who just doesn't want to lose their loved one, sees them dying, and it's just like that is the eternal tragedy of being a vampire, seeing the loved ones around you die. King Budgie says that sounds so sad. I have to find it and make myself sad. So yeah, I can actually give you the name of that one. Hang on. It is
Yes. Drop the link.
Borlek, drop that track, yo. Let's see. It is so late.
I know. How are you doing? Because we have a time difference, and it's not as late in my time as it is with yours.
Hospital. Hospital. I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna pass out as soon as this is over. Let's see. This was. Holy shit! This goes way fucking back.
We're going back to the future over here.
Yeah, seriously, because this was. Oh, this was even before my first Hastur or even Nyarlathotep audios. Yes, holy shit. No, I was wrong. This was like within the first the first couple of months of me doing this. Wow. So it's called The Immortal Farewell. And again, it hasn't done like the best, but I think it because of where it came, and I'll send it to you privately there. It is completely improvised. I do end up crying. I think I did a really good job with. I think what killed this one, the reason it only got like 1,000 views versus like any of my other ones is that thumbnail sucks. You can't tell what it's supposed to be. Like, it tells you nothing about what this is. For the longest time, I was shit at doing thumbnails. The fact that my first, like, the Run Rabbit Run, that script by Dade audios that I did, the fact that that one did so well was literally probably because just the thumbnail. But, like, my thumbnails didn't start getting better until probably when I did the first Proud Parent, where I'm talking about, like, my son before he was born.
Aww.
I can't listen to that one. And that's specifically because it's just like it's hard to remember the time before my son was born.
Aww. All the feels.
Yeah. Look at my boy.
Oh my
Pride
goodness.
is not the word I'm looking for. Yeah, thumbnails really can make or break your videos, especially on YouTube. And, like, I try so hard to make mine. Listen, I have seen people on YouTube who get hundreds of thousands of views with some of the most salacious, lewd, very, like, questionable thumbnails and, like, everything. I can't bring myself to do that. Will it make me more money? Probably. I can't bring myself to do that. Not only do I not know how, but, like, I know the moment I do something like that is the moment my channel goes dark.
And as a writer who's seen her scripts used by some of those channels, and the titles are like completely. I title every script of mine, right? I don't expect the VAs to actually use the title, but some of the videos that come out on other channels, like of really well-known scripts of mine, like your ex is your ER doctor and stuff. That script, I've seen that filled a bazillion times. But sometimes the thumbnails and the titles are like Like, I question, like, it has my name as I'm credited on it, but like, was that my script? Because I don't remember there being a shirtless person or this kind of tag.
Oh, 100%. It's so funny because um I think the only one I actually do stuff like that is with Pain Go Away, um where I'll try to put like some kind of quote that may not be in the script, but kind of gives you a gist of what you might expect. Um, and it helps bring the views in. I know that's helped with the views for that series. But I'm not very good at figuring out like what to say that's going to get people to click or what to put that will get people to click. If I were better at that, I'd probably be a much, well, maybe not a much bigger YouTuber. I'd probably be a slightly bigger YouTuber than the others, but like it's a very competitive market, and honestly, I'm not trying to compete. Um, Especially because like there's so much out there that like the
Yeah.
views that I get, I'm very grateful for. But I know that like your scripts, for example, you have got 500 scripts, and I know that there are scripts that have not been filled that need to be.
Oh yeah, but I mean, like I get compared to like other writers, like the whole competition aspect in this space. It's like it can be really cutthroat. So I mean, like for someone like me, I get compared to like other writers a lot, and like sometimes discouragingly. Like I one time I remember somebody had posted a comment saying like, "Oh, your script is so much worse than so and so script. Like I can't believe like you have more scripts than so and so." And it's just like we're not competing. Like we like the other writers in this space, they all write such amazing diverse content and stuff that I could never write. And
Well,
so it's just like we don't need to pit ourselves against each other.
absolutely. And the problem is that there's so much in the cultural zeitgeist that we live in that is trying to pit us against each other that it's so hard to be able to sit down and say, no, 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 y'all, this is not about who's who's got the bigger pull or who's got the better whatever. It shouldn't be that, but it's hard not to when like not only competing for views, but because here's the other thing: nobody likes when you put out a Hellboy audio that you and your buddy spend so much time and so much fucking effort on, only for like 5 people to watch, and you're like, great. It's hard to tell if that's being suppressed by YouTube because it's a well known IP, or if people just don't want to see that. Either way, it really sucks.
Yeah, it hurts. I
Hashtag
mean,
watch
like,
the Hellboy audios, you slimes, says Core Circuit.
oh my goodness. Well, I mean, like it hurt. Being in this space can hurt a lot, and I think that's what people don't really realize is like they think it's like, oh, I have a sexy voice. There are free and public scripts. Like I'll make it big. And there are some people that are like willing to step on writers to get there. And like I
Mm-hmm.
remember when I first started, there was a really well-known VA who used a script and wouldn't credit me. And when I reached out to ask for credit, I will never forget this. He told me that I should be grateful that he had deigned to choose my script. And I literally almost quit that very next day because I was like,
Lupin,
this is ridiculous.
Lupin, you need to out who that was, because people need to know that like what a scumbag that is.
I don't even remember their username anymore. I think they got exposed for something. This was back when I first started, like however, 4 years ago or whatever. I think they got exposed for something and they deleted all their stuff because that person is long gone.
Good, fuck them. It wasn't Tingle Tones, was it?
I don't think so. I mean, I
Ara,
I don't this was
hello.
this was a long time ago. Like whoever this was has not returned or tried to make a comeback or anything.
Fucking good. Fuck that dude. Fuck anyone who doesn't respect the writers, and fuck anyone who doesn't respect the other VAs. And even furthermore, fuck anyone who does not respect their audience either. Because there are people who just. There are people who do some of the scummiest fucking shit unrepentantly, and then will try and come back and back under different names and everything. The realm of erotic audio is having this problem with a user who keeps trying to come back after already causing so much fucking drama. These people gotta learn.
That's another reason why I'm not a VA, because I feel like I can't really fully engage in the community because I'm scared that I'm gonna be taken advantage of by a jerk and stuff.
Yeah, and like, who would do that and not pay this woman in Lego? Who amongst us would ever do that? Anyway.
Yeah, some guy that labeled her a golden goose and then took his Lego sets to his landlord's place.
Core Circuit also pointed out, brother made me audioscape a demon centipede, and I hate those things. So please watch the video. I'm begging you.
Maybe it's time for a remaster. Maybe Hellboy just came out at the wrong time, wrong place.
You heard it from here, Core Circuit. We need to go back and redo Charnel Houses.
You know what, Core Circuit, come join me on the Team Lupin. I promise you'll get way better wages than whatever this guy's paying you, which it seems like is nothing, and we could take him down together.
She will pay you in honks.
No, I will pay you in Oreos. I pay very good. Oreos or Nutter Butters, your choice, Core Circuit.
Which one has more protein? Hashtag Team Lupin. Listen.
See? This is why Maz doesn't want me to talk to you guys, because he knows I'll expose how much he suppresses me.
Privately, all I see is just like, we gotta remaster Charnel Houses. Hello, old friend. Today. I love you, Core. Okay, we got another one. Dariza35 said, yeah, 2 questions. How and what did you get your inspiration for the plots? Is there a plot you'd like to try next? Thank you for the chance. Keep the natural bond between both of you. Both are very talented. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. I think I've already answered the inspiration question. So how do I come up with the plots? Honestly, it just depends. For the longer series, sometimes I'll talk it through with a voice actor like Maz. If it's somebody that's I know is interested in the series, I'll be like, what do you think about this idea? And then we just kind of bounce back and forth. Sometimes I'll just be like, screw it, I'm gonna do this, and we'll see if anybody fills it. And I think that's the nice thing about being a public script writer is that, the downside is you don't get paid. But the upside is you can try basically whatever you want. And no one can tell you hey, I didn't like that script about the night and the masquerade and that was a dumb script. They can, but that's it. There's no client, there's no pressure, there's no anything to hold you back from taking creative risks.
Absolutely. And I think it's great too because like you said, it almost it's like water off a duck's back where it's just like, okay, you don't like my script? Too bad. So what? But are there any ideas currently rattling in your mind that you either haven't gotten around to or are really looking forward to getting to?
There are things that I would like to try. I'd like to do an NSFW werewolf script. I have sort of done one of those, but a lot of it is like also I'm navigating my own comfort level in the space, like because like let me tell you, there are some script writers and they can do a lot of sexy things. Like they are wow. And I'm not one of those writers. Like I will fully admit it. Like my scripts are very tame. Like I put the romance first, which is great if that's your thing. But if it's not your thing, it can seem very vanilla. So a lot of it is I'm trying to see like what speaks to me. Because like for me, I need the plot. There has to be a plot. Like it can't just be wham bam, thank you, ma'am. So I'm trying to figure out like how can I spice up my scripts but also still be true to me and what speaks to me.
Well, and it's so funny because there are a lot of scripts that do stuff like that, like you're saying, where they have the romance. Um, but it can also be difficult when you're not coming from a world of, monster fucking. I watch NSFW Werewolves for the Plot, Lupin 2025.
But it's true. No one can accuse me of being horny on main because I always put the plot first. Like Maz can tell you. Like I'll be like over here being like plot plot, and he's like, and then they kiss, right? And I'm like, no, plot plot plot. And he's just like, wait, what?
One of my friends, Shadow Obsidian, who is also an NSFW writer who works in the same like circles that we do, I've done scripts for them, and let me tell you, same thing. She puts a lot of effort into building plot and everything because specifically when you're a male VA, you learn that like most most of your audience, if they're gonna be primarily female or primarily female presenting, I should say, they're gonna want more plot and more connection, whereas your male presenting audience is gonna want the hey, give me the horniest, sloppiest. I don't care how we got here. I just want it. You know, I want the sloppy oppy right now. You know, and it's such a wild difference. And obviously, not everyone is gonna fall into either of those camps. There's a middle ground, but like, yeah, it's one of those things where it's surprisingly common. Um, Core Circuit says nobody can accuse me of being horny on main. Golden Goose Pin 2025.
Rude. I thought we were friends, Core Circuit. Now you're calling me Golden Goose too? You know what? I'm going on strike till somebody funds my Switch 2. No more scripts until I get my Switch 2.
Sir, surrender your Switch 2 to her.
Does he have one? You have a Switch 2? Fork it over.
He gets to play it. I think he's played it exactly once.
Then that's exactly one more time, then you need to give it to me immediately. Send it to me immediately. There are like 4 games that I'm dying to play.
Also, he says, Lupin, I can resonate with scummy people using your work. I've had my fair share of people like that. Glad that you didn't let them discourage you from continuing. Is also true. Guys,
really, the shout out for that goes to Venture Forth Audio, or Ven. She's a VTuber now, but she used to be. I don't know if she still does voice acting or not. I think she does, but it was literally her that pulled me from the brink of. I was about ready to delete my Reddit profile and be done. And she just DM'd me on Reddit and was like, "Hey, I'm doing your script," and she asked me a question, and I was like, "Oh." I guess I can't delete the script right now. There's a VA using it. And we just got to talking, and she's so sweet. She's a wonderful person.
go follow Venture.
Wonderful VTuber.
Go follow Venture
Um,
ASMR. She does have an active YouTube. She is an active VTuber, and she does still do occasionally ASMR scripts.
yeah, she's great. She's a streamer. I've seen her pivot to streaming a lot. She's an amazing streamer.
A lot of them
But
have, like
yeah, all
even
the credit
Dade.
goes to her. If she hadn't DM'd that day, we would not be having this conversation now.
if it sweetens the pot for any of you in my audience, she has a magnificent fucking Australian accent. Let me tell you. Ooh.
No, she's
Ooh.
British.
Oh, British.
She's
British.
British.
Yeah, that's right.
She's British.
Listen.
She goes by Venture Forth, or Ven Audio. If you just search on X, you'll find her. She's an elf. One blue eye, one green eye. If she sees this playing back, I'm so sorry. I forgot the full name of your title.
Listen. Outside of like the few friends that I have, because I don't do enough. I really don't do enough networking. Nobody's watching this stream except the people who like me. Elvin Venture on Twitch is her.
That's it. It's Elvin Venture. Yes, that's her. She goes by Venture Forth when it's her ASMR. Yeah, she's great. Tell her I said hi.
And tell
don't
her that
tell
Lupin
her I messed
sent
up
you.
her title.
Tell her that Lupin sent you.
And I remember when I was crowdfunding for my Lego castle, she did a stream where she put on her model "Buy Lupin a castle," and so she's very sweet. She's an amazing person.
Yeah. Let's see. Hang on. I'm also catching up with some of the. Core Circuit asks, if you could go back in time and meet yourself when you first started writing, what advice would you have given yourself?
I don't know. I guess be prepared to lose people, I guess. A lot of the people I entered the space with that I became very good friends with, they've grown and moved on to different things. Some have left the space entirely. And it's hard for me to network too. I grew up in the age of, if you talk to strangers online, they're going to kidnap you and kill you. And, I had a very, very, very clear picture of what would happen. So being Lupin, being a personality online, it's kind of difficult for me. So I haven't really networked or made any like super close friends in the community, Maz aside. But I think I would tell myself to like relax a little bit and be open to making more friends and just seeing where it goes.
I
But
need
other
to
than that, I think just learning on the job. Not, I'm still scared to do this, but reaching out to a VA when there's a mistake with like a script. So if they've added something or they've not credited me or something like that, that still terrifies me to this day. And I would tell myself to just continue to hold firm on that, because that's one of the few things I get, right, of being a public script writer. Like, the one thing I asked for is don't edit my scripts and put my name in the YouTube description. That's it. That's all I ask for. And sometimes it feels like that's asking for the moon and the stars and the sky. And I hate having to reach out to someone and being like, hey, remember me? Like, could you please put my name in the YouTube description?
Which, by the way, if you,
yeah.
my audience, if you catch anybody not crediting their writers, if, like, say, for example, if you know that someone else has filled one of the Arranged series or any of the other series, right, and they don't credit Lupin, don't tell Lupin. Tell me. Because I will blast that motherfucker everywhere. People will know who I am by the fucking wrath I will bring down on whoever does that shit.
See,
that is what I'll be known for.
I don't like causing issues. That's
but,
like
but
half
see,
the time...
the thing is, at that point, Lupin, you're not the one causing an issue. You're not. It is the people who refuse to credit. That is stealing your work, stealing your intellectual property and trying to pass it off as their own. That is not in any way, shape, or form okay. And they deserve whatever, like, consequences of us saying, That's fucked up. Don't do that. And if you do it again, I'm going to shove my boot down your throat.
Yeah. I think that's been the hardest thing for me as a public script writer is just sometimes you get these channels that have like 60,000 subscribers, 100,000, and like they're like a factory, you know? Like I'm sure they put love and care into their content, but like there's new uploads every day, and it's like I'm just asking for like a one little tiny switch. Like it's not asking for you to take it down or do anything. And sometimes the responses I get are just so unhinged. It's just like,
Well,
really? Like, really?
as Core Circuit just said, listen, Maz, sometimes Control C and Control V is very hard. Ooh woo. It's so not difficult. You can do it in the thumbnail, you can do it in the description. It is so easy to give your writers credit. And if they go off on you and say, "Oh, well, it's a public script," well, guess what, buddy? You are on a short bus with a long drop off a long cliff. 'Cause that shit won't fly. And that's truth. Now, Lupin, you are far too kind and like gentle and like you are soft, and that's wonderful. I I can't be that nice to these people because the problem is I know that the moment you give these people any amount of like leeway, they will run with it like a child with scissors. And they need to be held accountable and be told you can't. Nazareth, notoriously good at analogies. Listen, okay, I'm tired. I've gotten
You
like
know,
30 minutes of sleep before this.
I know. It's just, luckily now that I've become, I don't want to say like prominent in the community, but now that people know, like, hey, this sounds oddly like a Lupin script, a lot of people have been looking out for me, or I can just post somewhere and be like, hey, I messaged this guy. He hasn't responded, but I saw he posted another YouTube video. Would anyone feel comfortable commenting and being like, hey, go credit that writer? And people have been very gracious and helped with that. But like,
It's
for
me
the
just.
new writers, one of the biggest complaints I hear is like, my script got stolen, my script got stolen. And it's like, unfortunately, this is a reality and it hurts every single time. Like, even my scripts still get stolen to this day. There will always be a script floating out there, or a script that was edited, or they added dialogue that I didn't write. And no matter how much I can stomp my feet and cry about it, it's like there's always those types of people in the place. So I try not to let it bring me down too much. I try to focus on why I do this writing. And if it wasn't fun, if I ever lost joy in it, there would be no more Lupin. It would just be shops that closed. I've moved on.
And I know you and I talked about it in the past that like at any time you could just ghost and disappear, which is true. But it would be such a tragedy because there is so much talent and potential in what you do. And I think that like I know I've improvised a line or two, like even again Sebastian being Spanish was never in your script, but it was a choice that I made as a voice actor to do that. And like even since then you've been so gentle about like, hey, don't change my scripts, and I will ask you beforehand or let you know, hey, I changed something, or is this okay? Especially like when we brought Escaped in to do Rodrigo, because it was like, oh well, Sebastian's Spanish, so obviously that means Rodrigo has to be Spanish. So I'm gonna go ahead and add more Spanish lingo in. That would be like because he's from Spain, so he would know. Um, and that I think is different than what a lot of these VAs try and do, because I'm not going to sit here and say that every scriptwriter out there is the most brilliant. But at the same time, they will tell you at the top of the script, for those of you who don't know, at the top of the script, they'll let you know whether or not you're allowed to improvise. The rules are there. But a lot of these assholes act like they don't have no reading comprehension despite being narrators. And that irks me.
I mean, going back to Sebastian being Spanish, there's a difference between you making a choice to make him Spanish and asking me nicely versus some jerk being like, okay, I've changed all of this and I'm posting it and I don't care how you feel about it.
Yeah, because
Like,
it changes the
yeah.
character. It changes. Because here's the thing. You as a writer know very well that changing a word can change the whole meaning of something. It can go from a very sweet audio to a very quickly creepy audio.
Oh yeah, and for me, it's just a matter of credit. I don't want to be credited for something I didn't write. You know.
Core Circuit says, on that note, Lupin, I'm sorry for making Lydia a bunch of wind chimes without consulting you.
You know what? Hashtag justice for Lydia. Honestly, Lydia deserved her own series at this point of her just being like, the reason why Lydia doesn't talk in regrets is she's too busy monologuing in her head about how stupid everybody is.
I'm gonna have to... Mazarus runs a farm of monkeys typing credit Lupin like he's Lex Luthor. Yeah.
Oh my god. There you go. There you go. I also like Lydia as wind chimes. That's what Cater says. I mean, I like that choice. That's a stylistic choice, right? Like adding dialogue to Lydia, that's where it crosses the line, right? Like if Lydia started talking and I didn't write that dialogue, then we have a problem.
The unfortunate thing is that because now I am editing the Regret series going forward, because Core Circuit, I've pushed Core Circuit too much. So like, he's got his other projects and stuff that he's trying to do, including like trying to get off the ground as a streamer himself. Unfortunately, the wind chimes for Lydia are I don't know how he do it. I don't know how he does it. I'm not musically talented enough. I'm sorry. So that's
It's okay.
I'm waiting on my Legos is what he's trying to say.
You can still come hang out with me in the palace. I'll still let you in. Maz can stay outside. Just bring your Switch too.
God damn it, what have I done? King Budgie. Maz overworked his employees. Down with landlord man.
Exactly.
No!
Exactly.
No! Stop! That wasn't supposed to be how this goes.
I know. I'm still waiting for my Legos too, Core Circuit. I'm still waiting for a lot of things from Maz.
He's a tyrant we must God damn it. I have done this to myself.
You called me a golden goose and that's how we ended up here.
You know what? Fair. We still have plenty of questions to go through, so
Woo! I wonder if at this point we should do a part 2 because I feel like we've got a lot more questions to get through, and at the rate we're going, we're going to be here till 5 a.m.
Okay. Well, we don't have that many per se. Okay, let's start with underscore DINI underscore says, of the 500 scripts you've written, do you remember all of them?
No.
How long does it take?
I'm sorry.
No. That's fine. Let's rapid fire this. How long does it take you to write a single script?
Usually, how long is an episode of The Simpsons? Because I'll have a Simpsons episode on in the background. So 25, 30 minutes?
Okay. What script has the most series? I guess that means what script has the most episodes?
I think at this point is probably either Arranged or Pain Pain Go Away. They're probably really close in number.
Yeah. Which script is your favorite and which is your least favorite script?
Okay, my least favorite script is the Coffee and Comfort series. I hate that series. It's also my most popular series because that is the way the universe works. The people keep demanding more coffee and comfort, and I can't stand that series.
What is that even about? Because I haven't read it because like I don't like
It's
coffee.
it's a very fluffy slice of life. A barista falls in love with you, and nothing tragic happens. There's nothing bad. It's just it's very pleasant, and there's nothing wrong with that for the people that love that. I just thought it would be a one shot, and then it blew up and got like 20 fills within a month, and here we are. But
That
I hate
sounds
coffee and comfort.
that sounds so like no offense to you or anyone who enjoys it. That sounds so fucking boring. Like I
Well,
need
and I understand why, because like sometimes you just want to zone out, right? And that's what it was for. It was supposed to be to zone out. It's very cute. It's very Hallmark, right? Hallmark movies have a time and place.
they do. I can't help but feel like I kind of how would you like me to fill it but like as George doing like the voice?
No, please, that series doesn't need any more fills. I lost count at like 30. It's been filled a bazillion times.
Here, how about one more? You wanted a coffee? Here you go. There's your
No, no.
coffee.
Okay. Brew, screw coffee, I want my monster fuckers. Hell yeah, Budgie, I got your number. Hell yeah, that's what I'm here for. More monster fuckers says Stripes water can. Hell yeah, I was gonna say my bitches. That's my peoples right there.
My goodness. Cater says, Lupin a series without someone getting poisoned. How could you? It has happened. I have stopped poisoning people. Mostly because people kept teasing me about it. So I decided to only bust out the poison when it was really effective.
Now she just straight up has them murked. They're just dead on arrival. Okay, but hear me out. We start an episode. You get one where you start something where the main character ends up dying like in the first 2 minutes, and then it's like either a murder mystery or I'm back from the dead. How do we do this?
Oh my God. I'm not taking any more series applications from you until I get my Switch too. I'm on strike, remember? Down with Landlord Maz.
Fair enough. Okay. Which script is your favorite? We got that one. What genre do you like most for your scripts?
Romance.
I'm surprised you didn't say fantasy, but okay. Who was the VA? Who was the? I guess this means the first VA to use a script you wrote.
I don't remember. I don't think they're in the space anymore, to be honest. But it probably was one of the very close ones that came very soon after the first fill was Ven. She filled my script very early, and Dade. Back before he was a wolf. That's how long I've been around.
Oh wow. Yeah, Dade was. I forgot that
He
Dade.
was not a wolf back then.
Yeah.
There was no werewolf.
You know, it's so funny. He started around the same time I did. Um, Core Circuit. I have stopped poisoning people. To any of you chiming in without context, yes, it's exactly what you think. Don't ask for context. You know all that you need to know.
Oh my goodness.
Budgie, for me, for some reason, I hate romance. See spicy monster stuff. You know what?
Romance is the best. Oh, Cater says, is it sad I've written fan fiction in my head based on your scripts? No, it's not. I think someone actually published a fanfic on AO3 of Pain, Pain, Go Away. You have my blessing. Just feel free.
That's awesome. Let's see. Next question on this. Any hints for a new series or project?
I can't say anything about arranged or pain, but just know that there is a really interesting development coming up in the next season of Arranged for Rodrigo.
Yep. Let's see. Core Circuit asked earlier, out of the 500 scripts, which one turned out better than you expected?
Arranged.
Fair enough.
Given it was my first NSFW script, yeah, that turned out pretty good.
Yeah, honestly, and like your NSFW since have been like, again, very good. I've gotten a lot of really great responses, like, fantastic. He also asked, Lupin, out of all 500 scripts, what was your favorite read by anybody, and what was it? Like,
Oh, that was I mentioned it earlier. That Cat Jack, he read my favorite script, and he was an amazing voice actor. I miss him in this space. He was great. But he did my favorite script as a favor to me, and that is my favorite. I will have to post it on my socials because I can't remember off the top of my head what it's called.
Absolutely. I would love to get a crack at that one. What's your favorite script that I did though? Like, cause I'm a decent VA. Which one did I do good? Just kidding.
It's all about you, huh,
No.
Mr. Landlord?
Some people like drinking monsters. I like drinking from monsters. If you know what I mean. Okay, budgie.
Oh my goodness. Ban Hammer.
This is my house. No. They are welcome. Put a crown on King Budgie. There we go. Mama Bear 6724 says, congratulations. My question, how do you overcome writer's block? I mean, you write
Walk
such
away.
wonderful... Okay. Because you seem to write such wonderful stories, but you never... Do you ever get hiccups?
Yes. Yeah, any writer that tells you no is lying. But for me, it's just, I don't have the pressure to deliver the script. So I have like hundreds of scripts that are half started that aren't finished. Because when I hit a roadblock, I'm just like, okay, I'm walking away. Because when I try to force myself through a script, it comes out feeling horrible.
Sorry. Core Circuit just sent me a meme. Just so on point. Biskino8289 asked, what is your favorite story ever written? And I think we've established you don't know.
I know. I'm a bad author. I'm sorry. I will post it on my socials. I can tell you it's by that Cat Jack.
You know what's even funnier is like, you have 500 scripts. There is no way in hell you remember every single one of them or their titles. So, yeah.
Nope, not at all.
Starzuli said, have Lady Mochi and or the Minions ever contributed to a script? If so, which one or how?
All of the cats I've ever named in each script have been named after cats I've actually had. So Slinky was a cat that I used to have. I don't think I've used Mochi's name yet, but I've used all of the cat names are named after real cats that I've had, and their personalities in the script are based off of the real cats I've had.
Okay, so I believe at this point, in Arranged on YouTube, Sebastian is gifted Angel with a cat.
Oh yeah, but she doesn't have a name yet.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Of
Well,
all of them,
I don't think the name can be Mochi. That doesn't sound like that fits in that universe.
okay, but hear me out. It would be a really great conversation. Like, I see you named the cat. What does Mochi mean? Where did this come from?
A whole episode devoted to naming the cat.
Listen, sometimes we just need fluff, and it doesn't have to be the entire episode. It can just be most of the episode.
Oh my goodness!
It'd be fun.
I'll consider it.
Consider it a nice idea break for like something that happens in season 3, where just like So,
I have to finish. I have to finish season 2. We've got a lot. You guys don't know what's in store for the finale of season 2. Like, there's a lot going on. I don't know if we have time to talk about cats.
I mean, maybe. Okay, so, let's see. Some old wolf mage asks, "What do you look for in a prince?"
Ah, yes, my dating journey, which has not been going well. For me, it's kindness. Uh, it's really I've gone on dates with a lot of people that are very full of themselves or forget how to be kind in general. But for me, it's just, you remember things I talk about. You bring me flowers when it's like a special occasion. It's very simple. And I feel like a lot of people now are so burnt out on dating and everything that those little gestures can mean so much now.
Hmm. Now, what do you look for in a fictional prince?
Probably Blake would be my idealized fictional prince. I mean, all of the characters I write, I like one way or another. So I mean, probably not as angry as Sebastian, but I like his passion. Probably not as like dramatic as Blake can be, but I like that he is willing to do stuff.
Okay, so here's a question from me, actually, that's off the cuff since you mentioned it. Is there a villain that you absolutely despise that you've written?
But I've written, I don't think I can say it because she has not done anything villainous yet.
Ooh, so we know it's a
I,
woman.
I think it's a spoiler. But I don't think I can say anything. I'm gonna plead the fifth on that one.
Lupin, how do you feel about the Beatles? Says Core.
Oh my god.
Uh, I have questions for you guys. One, do you wear wigs? I don't. Two, have you worn wigs? Technically, yes. And three, will you wear wigs? Four, when will you wear wigs? Budgie, you're drunk. Go home. God, Lupin, expecting flowers in your name in the YouTube description. So high maintenance.
I know. I'm well, I am a princess for a reason.
It's because she got a crown and she's a nepo babe. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, we got 11% on my battery here, folks. We need to rapid fire this.
Okay. Brim Sonchio. First off, congratulations, amazing milestone. What would you say out of your works would be the script you are most proud of? What is your most challenging
Uh,
script? Oh, sorry.
no, go ahead.
What is your most challenging script? What are your feelings on how the community has grown and changed over the years? And out of your series, what was your favorite to write?
Probably the answer to all of those would probably be arranged. It was challenging because it was my first NSFW script. I feel like I've grown as a writer by going down that series. In terms of the community, I've noticed a big shift towards streaming and VTubing, which is interesting to me. It's not something I'm interested in doing. So I've seen some voice actors leave to become streamers full time, and like part of me is a little sad because I'm like, oh no, you're not gonna do your scripts anymore. But like, at the end of the day, you want everybody to be happy with what they're doing. Um, I've noticed a lot more people holding big channels accountable for like crediting writers and stuff. When I first started, that wasn't a thing. Writers were basically like really crushed. I know there's still incidents that flare up, but I think it's improved since I've started.
Oh, 100%. I will say, one day this channel will not be Small Potatoes YouTube Man. Someday my night will be named in stars. I am so fucking tired, guys. Anyway,
We're almost there. We're
Yup.
almost there. Power through.
will you continue to storm scripts?
I already answered that question. Pass.
What is one of your best gifts you've ever received? And what is a gift that you wish you received? Legos. Both answers Legos.
No. The best gift I ever received was my Disney Lego castle. That was an amazing gift that the community funded. It sits on my dining room table in a place of honor, and I adore it. It's amazing, and I was shocked that people crowdfunded like $600 to buy it for me. A gift I would like to receive. I feel bad receiving gifts in general, but I would like a Switch 2. It's on my throne if anybody feels generous to crowdfund it for me. But other than that, just, hearing that you guys like my scripts is always a great gift, especially since I post into the void and nobody ever comments.
Core Circuit. It's not Legos, it's Disney Legos.
Rude. Core Circuit, I thought we were friends. Okay, I see. You know what? I'm on strike now from, I don't know how I can punish Core Circuit, but I'll circle back to me. I'll figure it out.
We're going to skip what food makes you moan when it enters your mouth? I'm going to answer that. The answer is pupusas. Pupusas. Salvadorian food in general, I love my people's food, man. Like, god damn. Especially when you have the cortido. Oh, god. You guys made me want pupusas, and it's like almost 2 in the morning. Core Circuit also asked, would you rather fight 10 Lupin-sized Mazaruses or 1 Mazarus-sized Lupin?
Who's that question even addressed to?
Yes. Listen, I'll be the first one to tell you. I myself am 5'5" in real life. I'm about Logan height. Canonical Logan, not Hugh Jackman Logan.
Oh my goodness.
But like Mazarus Monshroud, my OC is like probably like 6'2". So you you answer that to the best of your ability. You answer that how you see fit.
And make sure you factor into the account that as a princess I would probably be wearing heels.
Yeah. God, fuck you, Luke. Fuck you, Circuit. Fuck you, Tin Man. I'll find you. I'll find you and I'll leave you in the goddamn woods to rust, you son bitch. Yeah. I'm at that drunk stage. He asked,
I don't know what's going on, but clearly we've dissolved into something.
Core Circuit says, Lupin, important question. It's not illegal to knock over. God, it's not illegal to. Oh, God, I can't even finish it. Fuck you. It's not illegal to knock over TVs like a set of dominoes. Would you do it? Fucking.
It depends. Is it Maz's TVs? Because at this point, yes. I think I could recoup some of my golden goose losses if I did.
Son of a bitch. I'll find you. You goddamn clanker. This wireback comes into my stream and brings up shit I've done.
Did you knock over a bunch of TVs like dominoes?
Yes, so I was at the store with my son.
Oh my god.
And he was in the car.
Did you have to pay for them?
So, no. I knocked them over, and this Walmart lady was so tired, and she came up to me, and I panicked, And I was like, I'm sorry. And I just zoomed off, and she starts following me. And I was like, it's not illegal. It's not illegal to knock him over. It's not illegal. You can't do anything. You can't touch me. She's like, can you just come over here? Like, because I was like, oh no, how am I going to pay for all those broken TVs? I can't pay for those. She probably just wanted me to, like, stand them up, but I was just like, so I'm just running around the store with Mickey trying to hide from this woman who's just trying to do her job, by the way, and I was just like, it's not illegal! You can't touch me! It's not like I'm stealing! Nothing illegal happened! My proudest fucking moment in a Walmart.
Wow. Core Circuit, you and I should connect later on further blackmail materials because you seem to have a lot of them.
Some cat-ass behavior. Yeah, kind of. Ain't no way. Oh, God. What a
Core
trip.
Circuit and I are going to team up for our revenge arc on Maz.
He said he is so in. God, that reliving the most embarrassing moments of my life. Core Circuit's very good at reminding me that I am, unlike him, a human being who makes mistakes. Goddamn Clink. I'll find you. But we've been going for almost 3 hours now. I need to get some sleep. Does anyone have any last-minute questions for Lupin or for me?
Maz, before we stop, I just want to say thank you for hosting and doing this. It's very special. I wasn't going to do anything, and so I appreciate you wanting to celebrate this milestone.
Lupin, I want to thank you, because like I truly don't believe that my channel would be anywhere near where it is without you. Like, you prove that writers are the backbone of what we do. I improvise a lot of stuff, yes, but you truly do bring something special, and I wanted to celebrate this moment for you because I want you to remember, as humble as you are, that you do something truly magical. You bring a lot of joy and a lot of, like, heartbreak to people in a beautiful way that brings healing. So thank you so much, and thank you for letting me, like, put you on center stage and be here with me for this.
Okay, Core Circuit, you got that on video playback, right? So when he calls me a golden goose again, I can play that back and start charging him for it?
Honk honk, Lupin.
You got that, right?
Honk honk.
Please tell me somebody got that. Valkyra asks, what did you think of Channing Tatum's version of Gambit? Hated it. Hated it. I get why they invited him back, considering the development hell, but hated it. Hated it so much.
Core Circuit said, it was great hearing from you, Lupin. Thanks for sharing yourself and your work with us. Budgie said, I don't have a question, but I just want to say congrats, Lupin, for 500 strips. Awesome work from both of you. Also, Circuit said, don't worry, it's his new ringtone.
Great. Perfect. Connect with me later for revenge. I'm starting to think maybe the Switch 2 will not be as hard to get as I thought it would be if Mr. Landlord is sitting on a golden goose.
Budge just said, if Maz is murdered, Lupin is innocent, and it was an accident.
Obviously.
Yeah, Budgie and Lupin were just out walking that day. What are you talking about? They went on a hike.
I mean, it sounds like you have a lot of people that might push you over like dominoes.
God damn it. I will never live that shit down. Jesus Christ.
I'm just saying there's reasonable doubt because you seem to have
it's not illegal.
A lot of people.
It's not illegal. Oh no, Maz is dead. Tragic. Thank you, Budgie. Thank you so very much. Let's see you get any more Hastur audios after this.
Okay. Simmer down. Simmer down. It's late. Everyone should be going to bed. Show's over. Go home.
I'll knock you over like a TV. Oh, they got jokes now. All right. Well, ladies, gentlemen, everyone in between, everyone, my lovely viewers, lovely listeners, thank you all so very much. Lupin, thank you again for being here tonight. I'm gonna
Thank
go.
you for having me. Thank you all for coming.
Of course. Be sure to follow at Lupin's socials. I don't have them on the screen, but I will be having them very soon. I will be having them on the description of this video. Thank you all again. I will see you in the next audios. And as always, sweet dreams and pleasant nightmares.
And don't knock over TVs like dominoes.
God damn it.